In its time and in its way, the Ohio Soldiers and Sailors Orphans Home, Ohio Veterans Children's Home, was quite simply one of the best places of its kind. For 125 years, it was home for more than 13,000 children of veterans. To those living, it is still home, more than a quarter century after it closed.
I think when we first went to the home, it was security and safety and shelter, things that a home represents.
It taught you discipline, it taught you structure, it taught you, to be consistent with what you did and formats that you need in everyday life.
The home meant a second chance of living. We come from a poor family, poor background, but the home gave us the building tools for becoming successful. It was a home in a home for us. And we, of course, capitalized on it by making it better by being good athletes and students. But the home gave us a chance to really excel and become young men.
I was a little bit wild because I was a foster child and had been passed from family to family to family. So the home to me meant structure and guidance, responsibility.
The home was founded in the wake of the Civil War, the deadliest war in American history, by the Grand Army of the Republic, to meet the challenge laid out by President Lincoln in his second inaugural address, to care for widows and orphans of those who fought for the Union. The GAR was a powerful organization, and its passion for the home ensured it would be a special concern within the Ohio General Assembly. For most of its history, the home was very well funded. On special days like Memorial Day and Christmas, aging veterans came to the home and for a moment became one with children of their comrades. The veterans' commitment helped make childhood normal for the children of the home.
48 was probably the biggest one. They were very active with us around the holidays, bringing gifts to all the kids, and they would be periodically they'd be on campus doing some type of event.
Younger was the 40 and 8 parades where they would bring the big cars.
Christmas was fun at the home. It really was. Marching around the dining room singing the Christmas Carol. So, yeah, it was good.
Every Memorial Day, we would have the procession from the parade field with the Pan Kids decorating the graves behind the chapel.
My favorite holiday was Memorial Day because I liked that we were all doing it at the same time. I liked that we all wore the white. I liked that we made the parade and we marched to the graveyards and that awesome, amazing peony smell that.
It was a school like few others. Long before vocational education became a familiar term, the home was providing it. The home recognized that children from humble origins could not rely on family support after they left the home. A good academic education was important, but a trade would enable the home's graduates to support themselves. The home developed one of the most sophisticated vocational educational programs in the country.
I think that had the biggest impact on my life. I've always felt, and I've been an entrepreneur, I've done a lot of different things, and I felt that all the different trades that we went through, they taught you to feel comfortable that you could try anything.
We had 10-week courses. We had wood shop, print shop, auto shop, machine shop. I took machine shop, and after I got out of the orphanage, I took apprenticeship. I've been an electrician all my life.
So, printing trade, and I took it for 4 years, and all the equipment and everything, it was an up-to-date print shop at the time.
The home was ahead of itself when it came to teaching kids about vocation. Now today it's a big thing, but see, the home was doing that back in the 30s and 40s.
Right.
And have a kid that wasn't a great athlete or a super scholar, he had a chance to pick a vocation and go out and get learn a trade and go outside the home and become successful.
My vocation was business administration, which when I first left, I worked for an architect for a time. Then when we had the kids, I stayed home because that was our decision that we made because we didn't have that growing up.
The chapel was one of the first buildings to be erected at the home. Attending service was mandatory, and special efforts were made to make it non-denominational, which was uncommon at the time. Arrangements were made for children who desired to attend a church of their choice. Behind the chapel is a cemetery where over 100 children who died at the home are buried. Each year on Memorial Day, they are remembered and their stones are decorated.
Beginning period of my understanding of God and what God meant to the world, to myself, and to my family, and how to better be involved with others.
We went to church every Sunday and sang in the choir.
Core value and principles that you live by. And part of that is religion and faith, that you believe that Christ is there for you.
And the chapel always seemed like this hug of reassurance that, it isn't random, life's not random, and that there is a God, and you can trust it, and you can, and you are loved, and you can love. And that's really what I think about the chapel, and that's it. It was a very special place for me.
Boys aged 12 to 14 years old were either involved in ROTC or band. The cadet band attracted attention as they performed Sunday parades on campus and as they marched in various parades around Ohio. Before 1930, boys wore uniforms daily and marched to school in meals. After 1930, uniforms were worn on Sundays or special occasions. Girls also took part in the band and competed in ROTC in later years. The ROTC rifle team was very successful, winning national matches.
It helped me when I went to college. I joined ROTC and it helped me attain rank faster because I knew a lot of the stuff that they were teaching.
I was awarded the Superior Cadet Medal my junior year, and competing in the competitions, the order of it, the pomp and circumstance, if you will, I enjoyed it. I never thought I would, but I did enjoy the military aspects of the home.
I really enjoyed that a lot, and again, it built that sense of pride in America and patriotism that I think was an underlying influence in the home for most of us.
I was the captain on the 40th Heat Field Day that I mentioned earlier, and was the winning captain, and the winning captain was always presented with an actual saber. And I still have that saber to this day.
Too. But I think the veterans in general were very active and a positive influence on all students that attended there.
Being a part of the home meant one was part of something much greater than oneself. The home was not just a place to live, work, and play. It also taught lessons of dress, deportment, and discipline at a very young age, and once instilled, it was never really lost. For many ex-pupils, there was no other place but this. This was the place where they grew up running through the rooms of Peter Pan, learning to sing and march and exploring a trade. Here they found friends and enemies and learned to live with them both.
Living situation like that prepares you for ultimately your own family and your own household and marriage. So you got used to it and it became your family.
I think it was just like any family environment. You had chores to do, and some did, some didn't do them. So there was conflict at times, like a typical home.
Like I said, the biggest thing at the home prepared me for was how to take orders and how to work, be a good worker. I was always very good and diligent in my workers. I wanted to always do the best that I could.
The home is remembered best through special times. The excitement of holidays, decorating the cemetery on Memorial Day, and the return of ex-pupils on the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
But I think it prepared me to honor my country and respect my country, respect others, be a good citizen, made you want to do those things, and I think that's very important in life.
But I love it. I love the home. I tell people all the time I would never change that part of my life.
For many, lifelong friendships were formed during these times. This is the place they called home.